Hey, 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 it's Mika Day. Thanks for tuning on in. Today we should have a pretty fun time planned. We are going back to Sumeru and we will be doing Alhaitham's story quest, which should be very interested. I'm excited to see more of him and also a little bit more of Sumeru and whatever we find there. So, without any further ado, let's get into it and see what we can dig up. Because I'm sure there will be something very interesting, as always. Looks like we're starting right in the heart of Sumeru, which makes sense just considering his location.
How's everything going with your thesis?
Such calm music. That is such a abrupt transition from what we had going on in Himazuma there with that really quite aggressive thunderstorm.
I should be able to publish it next month. A few days ago, I was worried that I'd have to stop my work on it. Thankfully, that didn't come to pass.
Well, Azar was one of your thesis advisors. Honestly, I was afraid that you might have gotten dragged down as well. How did things get settled?
The newly appointed acting Grand Sage reviewed all of our projects and gave us permission to continue our research.
Acting Grand Sage? That sounds like a new thing.
Yeah, I heard that selecting new sages has been taking some time, so he's just filling in. But it's all thanks to him that our research results weren't jeopardized. Once my paper is published, I'm definitely giving myself a long vacation and getting some much-needed rest. Mondstadt sounds like a good idea.
They're
Interesting.
really out of their minds, making Alhaitham the acting Grand Sage?
Oh, oh, interesting. Okay. I mean, from a certain point of view, it definitely makes sense. Like, I feel like he would not be the greatest just purely from a interacting with people standpoint, but on everything else, it makes sense. Like, he's a good choice. I'm sure it upset a lot of people, because he's a little abrasive. But that's kind of funny, actually. I'm sure it upset a lot of people. Clearly it has.
Take it easy, Professor. I'm puzzled as well. Just going by qualifications, you're one of our most preeminent scholars. I don't know why they picked a stripling like him.
Fool! Do you think I'm angry because I wasn't chosen for the position? No! It's because I don't understand why they chose him!
That's even funnier, actually. I mean, it's true though. Like, if you want to get under an academic's skin, you give them a problem or a thing and they just don't understand it. But especially with people, it's hard to get your mind around sometimes. I get it. I'm that way too sometimes.
He was one of my students, but he rarely attended class. When I asked him about it, he retorted that self-study was better use of his time.
I mean, is he wrong though? Like, let's be honest.
What brazen arrogance! Misery of miseries! For the academia to have him as the acting Grand Sage?
Professor, don't get so worked up. I'll go get you some water.
Psst. Want to hear a secret? I've heard the new acting Grand Sage is from Haravatat.
Really? Who is it?
Someone named Alhaitham. Never met him myself, but he's a real hot topic right now. Lots of things being said about him. Hard to tell what's true and what isn't, though. There's also a Vahumana scholar who's been in the spotlight recently. They say that he's a likely pick to be one of the next sages.
Oh, is he teaching any courses? Maybe we should drop by.
Wow. News of Alhaitham being the acting Grand Sage sure spread fast. Some people don't know who he is, though. Guess he's less famous than Paimon thought.
Well, I mean, prior to the whole, freeing Nahida thing, he was a scribe.
Some people Especially that old guy just now. He really doesn't like Alhaitham.
Oh, we've attracted attention, I see. Potentially. Yep.
Hey, are you okay? You don't look too good.
The Matra.
Sino?
The Matra?
I'm Ilias. I have to talk to a Matra about something important.
Oh, he doesn't look good at all.
In the state you're in? You shouldn't push yourself. Why don't you tell us what happened and we'll pass on your message to a Matra?
No, I have to tell them myself. They are the only ones I could trust. Sorry, can you lend me your arm? This is an important matter. Failure is not an option.
What on earth?
Since you put it that way, fine, we'll take you to a Matra.
Weird, but okay. The illusions of the mob.
We promised to
That
take you to a
sounds
Matra,
very
but we don't know
ominous,
that many,
doesn't it?
do we? Oh, wait, Sino should be back at the Academia. Let's go find him.
I have to say, weird start for Alhaitham's story quest. I mean, not that weird, because, like, clearly we've been talking about him, but immediately, first thing off the bat, rather than going to find him, we're going to find Sino.
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the Academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now.
Well, that's unhelpful.
But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
We ran into this guy by the gates, and he seems really eager to speak with the Matra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Siraj.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors he'll become Vahumana's next sage. But please continue, good sir. What about Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment.
Oh. Oh dear. Well, that's no good if he's one of our candidates for Grand Sage, potentially, or a sage at least.
He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere.
I'm sorry, what?
I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped.
Ooh, okay. As much as I want to immediately off the bat trust this guy, and like, we're gonna have to figure out if this is true or not, because I want to trust him, I do, but truth is important, because I would not put it past anyone in the academia to do something weird. And maybe he is telling the truth as far as he knows it, but we all know there's been experiments here. There's definitely something sus going on.
Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say is... All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look into Siraj.
Okay. Good job. Way to not immediately go insane.
But before that, I would like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
I mean, like, if there's multiple candidates, it would not be the most insane thing. Sorry, friend.
Please don't take it the wrong way. This is just standard protocol. Sorry, but can you two wait out here a little while? We'll be back soon.
There's like some actual detective work going. Oh, it's Alhaitham.
Alhaitham?
Hi.
Let me bring
There
you
you
up to speed.
are.
First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test.
Oh. Okay, good to know.
This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads he provided. Per protocol, this matter was reported to Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. After hearing about it, he left a message for Mahamatra Sino and then asked to join the investigation.
Huh. It's kinda weird for you to be working with the Matra. Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm surprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
It's already against protocol for Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham to participate in this investigation. As for you two...
Oh, probably not approved of, I'm sure.
Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry. Our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping.
Okay, helpful.
Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago.
Well, that certainly would give us a starting point, assuming we know where.
It's close to the time that Ilyas had given, so we've decided to head to the tavern and investigate any suspicious persons.
That's right. Arav, prepare to head out. You two, do as you will.
Arav. Okay, I have been mildly curious about how that name was pronounced since it popped up on my screen. Got it.
Oh, come on! We already said that we're coming!
Okay, so we need to go sort of down here. Apparently I haven't been around this area very often. That's fun. Oh yeah, I've been here before. I've talked to these people. Briefly. Think I got some recipes. Maybe. It's been a while.
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next course of action?
This is so unsubtle. You'd think it might be worth trying to go at least a little bit for subtlety.
Acting
Helpful,
Grand Sage
Alhaitham.
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons. Ilyas, please stay here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the protection of our primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
He's the same as ever. Casually ignoring people, just like he did back at Aru Village.
Yeah, I mean, that's like his whole thing though, so can't really begrudge him that.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps.
Okay, so there's a lot of secret politics happening here, apparently. As expected of Sumeru.
The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Why is this so complicated?
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first. Titles and rank inevitably make a lot of things more troublesome than usual.
Excuse me, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've had a question on my mind, and I need to know the answer no matter what. Have we met before?
No. I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha! I thought so too. I probably wouldn't have had anything to do with someone of your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
How odd.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Acting Sage Alhaitham. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage?
Oh, buddy. Yeah, you're a little out of your league here. Also, the fact that people keep almost calling him Scribe Alhaitham is amazing. It's such a little detail, but the fact that they like took the time to include it and add it in here, it's one of the things which I really love about this game is they do put a lot of thought into some of those little details.
What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
Well, that's suspicious.
What were the details of this transaction?
He's doing some kind of experiment that seems to require many power generators and electrical components that can only be found in our project. He contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of Mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts.
Okay, that's a weirdly specific thing to need, though.
We had originally agreed to meet at the tavern earlier today to do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up, or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here. The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll leave Ilyas in your care.
Okay, interesting. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot, but definitely
Follow me.
weird. Okay, here we go. There he is. Just hanging out. See, how close can we get? Aw, not very.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Alhaitham, are you serious about seeing things through? Paimon's pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue. Hey, do you know?
Yes, we were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with.
He's so honest. Kind of in excessive ways, which admittedly, I like it. It's a little bit of a breath of fresh air compared to everyone else in Sumeru. But like, is the second part of that statement really necessary?
For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins by touching upon human evolution. From violating matters regarding human evolution to attempting the forbidden and fearing none, the 6 cardinal sins are the origin of all evil in this world. They are also what the sages use as a reference when formulating or amending the rules of the academia.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
My opinion was that Suraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles. The Grand Sage took some of my suggestions on board and ultimately decided to reject the application.
Right, so you think this might have something to do with that specifically now that we're, theoretically at least, actively working with human experimentation. I mean, makes sense.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
That sounds super suspicious. Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilias, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
That is really not how that works.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind is shrouded in a thick mist.
It is possible for a person to subconsciously forget some of their memories as a defense mechanism against extreme stress. However, these memories aren't truly lost, but merely sealed away. They can be restored with the appropriate stimulus. Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on.
Well, that's suspicious, isn't it?
The kind of person I am, the things I've done. I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do vaguely remember that there are 2 things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first is to get my paycheck from the academia and give it to my younger sister in Gandharvaville.
Okay. Sure.
I'm not sure about the details, but it seems that I would send money to my younger sister every month to pay for family expenses.
That's sweet.
And the second thing? What's the second thing?
I can't remember. Sorry, there's just so much I can't recall.
Not unexpected. However, you're the only one who has seen Suraj and knows the exact location of his cave at present. As such, we'll do everything we can to help you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much. This feeling, it's more than just pain. I don't know how to describe it. I have so few memories that I don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment. But amidst all that, it also feels like I've been set free somehow. Nevertheless, I have you all to thank for bringing me what clarity I do have right now. Now, I do remember that I worked part-time at a place in the academia called the Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that case, let's go and find whoever's in charge there.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't piece together your memories, maybe we can at least see what everyone else knows. It's worth a shot. Okay. Let's see what we can find. Oh, we are way down apparently. Interesting. Way down. Alright, I'm just gonna assume we're going to the ground floor here. Gonna make that assumption. Well, maybe not quite, technically. Oh well. We'll figure it out. Okay. That may have been too far. That's okay. Oh, no.
Carving waves!
Wrong character. Okay, so we're sort of in the middle here. Goodness. Ah, gotcha. Alright. Taking a sneaky back way into the academia. It's always so funny to me whenever an area says it's like highly dangerous or whatever. Just and then it just looks like this. Like there's nothing in sight. We're gonna have to fight here currently. I know we have in the past, but at this point it looks a little silly.
Need a surfboard?
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues with it?
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased quite a bit compared to past figures.
Yes, though that is primarily because there are fewer scholars with research needs. But that can be a rather convoluted topic. Might I ask why you are here today?
I believe you know this individual. His name is Ilias. He worked part-time here, and he's here for his paycheck.
Oh, yes, of course. Though, Ilias, where have you been these past few days? That was our busy period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had to pick up the slack.
I'm sorry, something unexpected came up. But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is there anything I can do to make up for it?
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet to be settled. Do you remember Chandra? You were in charge of following up on his off-site research application. He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project. He's the 12th person to retract a research application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that.
Understood. Then,
Weird.
about my paycheck.
It's like somebody else is taking scholars and having them do something instead.
I'll pay you in full once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without saying anything again. Be considerate to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least. Is this acceptable, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
I have no objections.
Very interesting. Okay. How do I get up there? Can I climb these walls? Like, kind of. Seems to be the answer. Oh no, she's down on the other side. Whoops. Or outside, maybe. Interesting.
Need a surfboard? Off we go. Yeah.
We've gotten some slightly more ominous music happening as opposed to our calm music from earlier. Kind of fun. A little more energy.
Ilias? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Not that I dislike that Alhaitham's here, because I'm glad that he is. However, I feel as if certain individuals might be less likely to answer questions with him around. Just a thought.
Oh, that. It's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right?
People have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Okay, so that answers that. He's at least sort of incognito amongst enough people that it doesn't really matter.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
Fair enough, I guess.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the Akasha terminal shut down.
Yeah, it probably does make things a lot more difficult, huh? For everyone who's used to having answers at the drop of a hat.
I'm sure you're all aware that we require all kinds of knowledge to perform any of the research we do. Back then, the Akasha would respond to any of our requests for the knowledge we needed. It was beyond convenient. We didn't have to spend an extended amount of time studying, so we were able to immediately run various tests and experiments.
I see.
You get it, right? After having had a taste of something so amazing, who can be bothered to manually sift through data and files ever again? There are only a handful of people at the academia who are starting new projects or performing research. Most people are like me, waiting for a recognized researcher to start a project before immediately applying to join. Although our names will be further down in the paper, we'll have a much easier time. We don't have to do most of the mental heavy lifting. All we have to do is focus on our assigned tasks.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. My dude's not doing so good.
Ilias? What's wrong?
My head. It hurts. I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached. You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module, like a worker bee in a beehive.
Oh. Well, that's certainly freaky, isn't it?
Paimon doesn't get it. What does that even mean?
It's what Siraj was researching and the topic of the thesis he had submitted. Collective consciousness and the path of evolution.
What?
Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could create a collective consciousness in human society and drive humans toward their ultimate evolution.
Okay, sure, I guess.
First, he would rank test subjects in descending order of ability, with number 1 serving as the Overmind.
This Overmind would then divide tasks into numerous modules and delegate them to the collective's members, based on their assigned number and the task's importance. Lastly, this system must support the rapid exchange of information within the collective, or even better, allow its members to share their memories and emotions.
Paimon still doesn't get it. What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually, everyone's minds will be consolidated into a new form of existence that is both an individual and an organization.
Right, okay. That's freaky, but okay. Sure.
Siraj believes this collective consciousness is superior to individual humans.
Whoa. Squishing a whole bunch of people together? Paimon thinks that sounds horrible.
It's just as Alhaitham said. Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers. Bigger numbers meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned tasks were less complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs.
Right. I don't like that you were 36. That does not seem good. That's a big number as far as people who have randomly vanished and become part of this human experiment.
Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number.
Okay. So, high ranking. That's still a lot of people.
I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry! We have to stop him before it's complete!
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Uh-huh. Well, an invite would potentially include a location of some sort, one would think. Alright. You're going up there somewhere.
Carving waves!
Bring it!
I will say, having the Natlan group here to help with this is so nice. I would not like to do this without having them here. Does not sound like a very fun time. Of course, that assumes we don't accidentally go over the edge or anything, but I'm willing to make that assumption.
Let's ride!
Ah, there she is, hanging out. This is a really pretty place. I don't actually know that I've ever been right here.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Is she good?
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And? Are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up.
Oh, there's the chest back
What
there.
a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to join his project. Is that true?
So, what if it is? Siraj did extend an invitation to me, and I was also interested in his project.
I have been trying to figure out who this sounds like, and you know what it is? It sounds like Nancy Drew. Like, literally, I don't know if any of y'all ever played those games when you were a kid, but that is exactly what her voice sounds like.
I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fair. voice is her?
No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Yeah, that's like a lot of people.
Tell me.
Actually.
Did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person.
She did do a Nancy Drew game! I knew it! Okay. I thought she must have. She sounds exactly like it. Okay. Not me in the background, just casually Googling to solve the mystery. Okay, onwards.
I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy. At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See? I knew I couldn't have only been ranked as 45.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please, wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. Amatra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me.
Weird. Okay.
That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
There's definitely more going on with him then.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
Paimon, we literally know that. We've had this conversation before. Are you having memory problems too?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything. What should I do?
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. Might give us some answers.
All right. Then let's return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
Okay. Yeah, I guess let's see what we can find here as far as everything. Try and dig up some info. Are we going up or down? Down. Oh.
Need a surfboard?
We're gonna do not the exact same thing this time and actually decide and figure out how far down specifically we need to go before we go too far. just taking a casual detour through the academia with our surfboard, naturally.
Bring it!
Let's split up for now. Ilias, you go and get your paycheck. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Oh, are we gonna see Tainari?
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilias. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter, I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
Okay. Here we go. All the way up. This is a cool elevator ride, I have to say. Like with the lamps kind of in the corners and the star shape. It's a very cool way of doing it. Like, and it's pretty too. Ooh. Not that the whole building isn't gorgeous. Ooh, this looks like underwater. I love that effect. Can you tell I haven't spent much time up here? That thing looks cool. It's a very pretty room. Hi, Alhaitham. There he is. That guy just hanging out.
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
Okay. Sure. The Darshan also had an abundance of weirdos. The student has the ability to write the heaven sent thesis. Okay, interesting. There's all kinds of weird stuff going on in Sumeru. Oh, we're pacing. Is that good or bad? Really unclear here. Apparently it was good.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilias's file. Let's meet downstairs.
What have I done?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Oh, interesting. Not what I would have expected, just considering how that all was set up.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was found to be true after a series of investigations, and your instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent you a commendation.
I mean, like, way to go, but weird also. Oh. He does not seem to be doing great at all. Every time you say something, it gets worse, Alhaitham.
What is it?
Be careful.
Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just... my head feels like it's being ripped apart again. It hurts. Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Weird. That's like, actually a really strange reaction.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Okay. Let's see what we can find. Oh. We're not walking there. Let's just take the quick route, shall we? That would be a little excessive, I suspect. It's always so peaceful in this area, especially. It's so nice. Like, just chill. Let's see. Who are we looking for, I wonder?
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Okay.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
That statement.
It's nothing. I was just wondering how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us. Ilyas, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache. I haven't been getting much rest lately.
Apparently, people need to stop just saying words to this guy. He's having a really rough time of it.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
I'm all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilyas doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
I mean, fair enough, especially considering the situation, like, probably for the best.
Hey, that's enough, you two. Ilyas isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilyas, let's find somewhere to talk. So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at...
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you. Don't mind their nagging. Deep down, they know that you did the right thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters, well, they're mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Conform.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilyas? What's wrong?
He's not doing so good at all.
I see. I remember now. Don't worry. I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word. Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
What?
Loathing?
That's weirdly specific.
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I disliked to that extent.
Maybe not someone you dislike. But I wonder if you're getting leftovers from our potential sage candidate, not friend.
Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality, then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! Paimon remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. We've only checked off 1, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out!
Okay. What on earth is that? Oh, there must be a... Where is that even? It's like right here, but up. So it's probably up in the tree somewhere. That sounds like an endeavor for another day. Considering. Oh, that's like really far away. Let's not go that way. Okay, so we're just in the open woods, huh? Very interesting. Definitely a weird place for research, but I guess if you are doing illegal things, it's certainly out of the way. I'm gonna try really, really hard not to accidentally fall into a cutscene here. Because that seems like a bad idea.
I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Though it does seem like the bubbles are smaller here, which is nice.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Alright, we are recommending Electro and... oh, well, great. 2 things that I do not have in strong suits. I guess, considering that, let's bring Raiden just in case. That at least fulfills 1 requirement, and then, oh, I don't even know. Do we bring? Or, alternatively, alright, we're gonna put this team back together. We're gonna go... The problem with my Bryden is that she's in progress. She's not there yet. You don't belong on this team, which means we could try either Nahida or Tainari.
I've been waiting for you for ages.
It's certainly an option. I don't hate it. This is unfortunate, but you know, it's fine. I I mean, we probably won't encounter anything that aggressive. Right? It'll be fine. Okay. We'll try it. Worst case, we just ignore the recommendations. But since it's a domain, that doesn't mean anything. Let's be honest here. This is my weird team conglomeration. It's gonna be rough, I'm sure. Oh, I see why they recommend. Okay. Alright, Alhaitham can carry us. We'll be fine. There he is. Oh, I'm actually excited for this because I have not gotten to try him before. What are your things? What do you do? Oh, whoa! He teleports.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilias, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilias! Where'd he go?
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Okay, like, literally, what was that, though? Please tell me about you, sir. I need to know. It's important. Okay. Crit damage, yeah, we're running you as main DPS, that makes sense. Elemental burst, fair enough. With C3, which is really interesting for a trial, but okay. Sure. Sword strikes, fair enough. Rushing forward, dendro damage when it ends, causing a mirror to form. If you hold it, you can enter aiming mode to adjust. Okay, so hold that, essentially. And then AoE dendro. Great. Okay. Fantastic.
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort. Countless all-nighters and casual threats and insults. All for a measly 20,000 mora?
Yeah, I don't think that counts as paying you in this economy, honestly. Like, we go fight a plant spirit for 60k.
He's treating people like cattle.
Oof.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter? Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before.
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilias was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The Collective Consciousness project is already complete, and Ilias is now returning to the Collective. Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
Okay. Weird, but fair enough, I suppose. Oh, what is that? Oh, key holder. Okay, so we've got gates that are like sort of barriers essentially. So I'll just have to grab keys. This feels mildly unnecessary. What? There's not any difference there. Why would you do that? Unless that's gonna lock. I guess. Oh, do we need to get both keys through here? I mean, we can. That's what this lets us do. Is it lets me do this. And I'm guessing we're gonna need both of these. For reasons. Yep. Okay, here's our first test of like actually how this works, because I honestly
Shine down.
he's 5. Okay. Whoa. That's nice. Look at that.
Letting brave names echo.
Fun. Okay. That's so unfortunate. I like playing as him. Makes me want him as a character. But that would require a rerun, which unfortunately I have no earthly idea when we're gonna get.
From what Ilias said, this place looks like it's been done for a while.
This is a really big area.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Uh-huh. Okay. So I can't get off here. Why are we stopped then? Whatever.
Alhaitham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Okay, so that makes me wonder if perhaps that's why our random individual friend was sent. There she is, doing her little dance. Freedom from the random cage. Whoa. Oh, we're getting more memories.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
Nancy Drew is back, apparently.
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that.
Oh, that is so messed up. And y'all just, seriously? Y'all just care about the project? Come on.
Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer. But he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Okay. Oh, is there anything of interest in here? No, just a random location, it seems like. Oh, there's a guy. Not a guy we can talk to, but a guy. Keep expecting there to be, I don't know, something inside there, but there just is not. Yes, I see that. Kind of feels like our goal here is going to be to keep as many keys as possible, so. Although we may be out of luck here, it doesn't look like there's anything else. So we just need those two to get through, it seems like. Oh. Back into the memory.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Oh. Huh. Weird, but okay. What's up with the face helmet thing?
Siraj, I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
Ooh, he is picking kind of the perfect person to target here. I can see how he would fall for that.
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk! No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain himself!
Oh, is that him? It looks like him. This looks like a fighting platform, doesn't it?
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here.
Uh-huh. He has... That voice pattern has just completely changed. I don't know what percent of him is still himself, but... It's not that much, I'm sure.
To throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk!
Oh.
Giga jerk? How bold of you. Have I done something to offend you?
I mean, maybe just a couple things.
I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to conform, and the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
Oh, my guy. That is not good.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. The plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilias? Why?
You two are just as arrogant as Alhaitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't realize that most people simply want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do. Alhaitham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Oh, yeah, that might break a few things.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
Oh.
So many monsters. Where did they come from? And something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Hey, Alhaitham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Time to shine! Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so...
Oh.
You see? That is the will of the collective.
Yeah, we might be here for a minute.
Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake the collective stability.
Oh.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Yoo-hoo! Committed to memory.
Where'd you go? There you are.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Having 5 characters here is a little rough.
The march.
Admittedly. Oh.
What? What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information?
It's hard to reach the number 5 key.
Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Here we go again.
Sharing my knowledge.
Illusion
Rude.
torn to oblivion.
Flicker. The process of elimination.
Ooh.
Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Error in our judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in his judgment.
Come on.
Siraj is the most intelligent among us.
Goodness. All right.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out?
You were only designated as number 36. What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
Oh.
It's too late. Once the desires of the hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My numbers shouldn't be so far down the list. Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to.
I should be the one in your position!
Oh, that was so cool.
The hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know? Since when?
I knew it from the moment I saw him.
What?
Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Oh, that's gonna upset him.
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile.
I mean, he's not really wrong, honestly, but ooh, I wouldn't say it out loud.
You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia and stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
There he is! I wondered if we were gonna find him.
What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start! You lied to us too!
Are we really surprised by that at this point? Like, let's be honest. I'm not.
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Alhaitham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
Bye!
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
He's just so abrupt.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the Academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
Let's be honest, though, it's Alhaitham. He's pretty objective about stuff, so.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice. But I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Alhaitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry.
First of all, that would be like the literal worst, most awful move ever to just go actively tell them. Because, like, to have them find out from us, we would have to go seek them out and say something just to be mean. Like, absolutely not. We're not doing that. And it kind of hurts me a little bit that you think we might.
Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the Academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino.
I wonder if he's
Let's go meet up
next.
with Alhaitham.
He probably is. Because I don't think he's unlocked yet. His story, that is.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now, so I'm not going to field any questions.
Rude. I mean, like, fine. Expected. But a little rude.
Hey, we're not your colleagues.
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me?
You say everything the same, friend, and expect us to get the difference? Nah.
You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret base.
See ya.
Hold it right there.
As expected.
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject.
He's really trying to get out of this, which is so funny to me, because if he didn't want to talk to us, why did he wait at the exit? Why? What's the point of that?
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
This feels like we're being redirected, but alright. Where are we going, like, actually? Because this feels kind of like a random location, doesn't it? Oh. I guess not completely random, but perhaps a bit. Huh. It's his house. We're going to his house. No way.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being all polite and inviting us over?
Oh. It's a Kaveh.
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. And... Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place!
Oh, how specific. Paimon.
Wait, what? How do you know me? Oh no, do people know that I live here?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all times?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Bye, I guess.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham?
Oh, Alhaitham literally just dropping us on Kaveh. The poor guy doesn't know us at all. Yes, we're making new friends.
Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
The fact that you actually are going as far as to ask that out loud.
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you friends with him?
I wouldn't say friends exactly.
What is that side eye? Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore. Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances. Anyway, please don't say anything about me living here.
You seem like you got a lot going on. So maybe
Paimon!
Paimon, shut up!
Paimon, no, we're trying to make friends here.
Are you serious? How could you? Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
He does not have a good opinion of us just from that fact, apparently. You know, you used to be his friend too, sir.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
That is so many books. Oh gosh.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead? Paimon wants to know, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Suraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously considering that, are you?
No, but that's not the point, and he's not wrong. If you continue to view them as people, as Suraj seems to have done, it does, cause exactly what we saw here. Although, in this case, that's for the best.
I'm merely stating the facts. If Suraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans.
Hi, just playing through some Genshin. Playing through Alhaitham story quest specifically.
That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
That is so rude, Kaveh!
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
The argument. Oh my gosh.
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Pretty good so far, thanks for asking. I hope you're doing good as well.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Oh, the fact that these two are managing to live together and nobody's died yet. Yeah, I wouldn't say anything either.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Couple months now, I'd say, is what we're going on. As far as timing.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You know, he's being nice to you and you're gonna cut back with that. Oh my gosh. Y'all...
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
Kinda seems to be both, to be honest.
You whisper very loudly.
He's not wrong either. Currently on stream, I'm just playing Genshin and Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah, Paimon's been told that.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Suraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you, too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Suraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
Yeah, sure, I guess. Certainly can talk about it some as
I
we
had
kind of
no interest in him
continue.
personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the academia. The fact that Suraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out.
I prefer PC as far as Genshin goes. I think I tend to prefer the controls. I've tried a controller and I just did not enjoy it at all.
In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
What does that I mean, like, I know what it means naturally, but that is such a weird way of putting it, Alhaitham.
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Suraj knew about that. If he had waited just a few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It's important to keep your priorities straight. Well, it's about time. You too should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry. See ya! We're gonna grab some yummies!
See ya.
So abrupt. Huh, okay. Oh.
The name Suraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the Academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
Oh gosh.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special treatment?
used to.
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
Hitting where it hurts, Alhaitham. Both of these boys are very problematic, aren't they?
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
I used to for a little while. I still do every once in a while. I'll be honest. My setup's kind of in pieces right now just because I've been moving around a lot. Not like where I live necessarily, but I've been traveling for work, so hasn't really been super convenient to get it all set back up. But I certainly do sometimes.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
How do I get out of here? Goodness. Can we get back in? Oh, we can't. It's become a locked building again. I've kind of figured, but I am a little bit disappointed about it. Fair enough, though. Probably for the best that we aren't randomly allowed into his home. Alrighty, let's see. Did we unlock anything else from doing that? That's always what I'm interested in. I feel like Sino might be coming up, but maybe not. Well, he's certainly available. I don't know if we just unlocked him or not. His quest, that is. Thanks. Alright, we've got to switch back to my standard team here. Alright, so as far as today, got probably another couple minutes, I think, before I have to get going. But in the meantime, we can do a little bit of exploration. I am from, the northeastern US, so...
You won this one.
Steal this poor guy's apple and cabbage, apparently.
at the bottom.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. So, that's pretty cool.
Off we go.
Alright, so as far as places with lots of exploration, up here I have not hardly been. I'm sure there's a quest that will bring me here at some point, but until that happens, we shall go for a wander, I suppose. Whoa. Interesting. What is that? Is that pig covered in mushrooms?
Let's ride.
Hey. Oh. Whoa. It was. How odd. I didn't know they came like that. Oh, I don't know. It is kind of on my bucket list eventually, but I'm sure it's going to be a very long time.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Oh. Oh. Always fun to find a new location and then quite literally get told to get out. Apparently, I'm not supposed to be where I am. Oh. Where'd the other one go? This way.
Bring it! I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
There's apparently all kinds of puzzles. Whoa. Sure, there's a related world quest considering that happening that's in this area. I just don't know what it is. I haven't found it apparently. Clearly I need to do some more exploration in Sumeru, which did kind of blitz through it a little bit, so I'm not that surprised by that, but certainly interesting.
These should be worth something. Go on, take it.
Okay, these are a brand new kind of puzzle, actually. How curious. Will do. Oh, this is timed, I see. I need to go back. That was unfortunate. Give that one more try. Oh no. Seriously, I have to go up that way? I hate parkour challenges in this game. Okay. Better? so close. Success. No! What do you mean? I did that right. That was correct. Okay. Maybe I just need to not bring. Why do you always jump off of there? Okay, you know what? No, we're bringing Farina because Farina doesn't do this to me. Probably should know better than to bring Natlan characters here. We all know they do not do well with the stupid mushrooms. Okay. That is so much easier. Why are they so broken?
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
Yeah, if you check out my bio, there's actually a link to my Discord. So you're welcome to join that.
Shower me with praise!
If you'd like. Okay, we'll bring Nahida. I think these require Dendro. Maybe. Oh. Or not. Huh. Interesting. Apparently not.
Sounds good to me.
Let's see what else is around here. Go try and wander for a bit. Since we're in the area.
Let's go gather some samples. I think we can forego the lost and found report. Keep up.
The fact that his actual voice line for when finding treasure is literally just implying that he's gonna steal it is amazing. It's also very funny. What is that? Whoa. I don't think that's a thing I can do yet. It's okay, we'll just grab that and get out of here. Apparently, this is not an area I should be in just yet. Alright, where's the other one? I lost it. Apparently I should have followed that one. Oh dear. Um, is it up? Where are you? Huh. This way? Maybe? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work this time. Okay. Clearly we need to follow the other ones. My favorite character? I would have to say probably... Oh, it is going up. Okay. Probably, actually, as far as the one I enjoy playing most, it's got to be Mualani. I just like her playstyle. As far as, like, favorite character in terms of story, it's probably more so... I'm gonna go with Navia, actually. She's probably not the most common pick, but
Why is there a chest here?
I quite enjoyed, first of all, the entire Fontaine story arc, but also, kind of more specifically, Navia's story in particular was really good.
I think we can forego the lost and found report.
I'll be honest, I don't really enjoy them all that much. When, just in terms of like, oh, I don't know that we can get up there very nicely. That looks like... Nah. I don't know, like, I don't really get anything out of them, and I mostly play games for fun, so I don't necessarily see the point in it, at least for me personally. I don't really have anything against them, I just don't tend to enjoy them very much.
Keep up.
There's something right here. Where are you? Are you underneath? Oh, you are. Sneaky, sneaky. I think that sandstorm might indicate I'm not meant to be here.
The temperature's just right. Ah, but this isn't the best spot to lie down.
What is that?
You want...
Apparently not.
Off we go!
Carving waves!
Need a surfboard?
Ooh, that looks like a big scary guy. Let's go see. Hi.
Time to shine.
You're probably not entirely wrong. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it would be something I would enjoy very much. Who knows? Maybe sometime I'll give it a try. But
Hope I didn't just jinx us.
yeah, I don't think my thing. Hello, welcome.
Need a surfboard?
Whoa.
Off we go.
Weird. I do not think we're going to be able to explore fully here. Definitely a missing quest happening. Which is very interesting. I'm curious to see what it is. It's probably this one, honestly. Which maybe I'll go do that tomorrow during my streaming time. We shall have to see.
Woohoo! The slippery ground here is perfect for sliding around on a surfboard.
Mualani is so absolutely enthusiastic about everything. Which I'll admit I do enjoy that. Certainly makes things just that little bit more fun. Okay. Put Kazuha back on the team since we're no longer exploring random locations. It's probably
Sounds
safe
good
to
to
do
me.
so.
I want to lay down and catch some rays. Perfect sunbathing conditions.
Let's ride!
What do you mean? Cannot switch to her. What is it you like about them then if they also give you the same problem? Seriously? Fine. If you want to fight me so bad, I will fight you. But you're not gonna like it. Where are you at? I'm doing pretty well. How are you? I hope you're doing good as well. good to hear. I'm glad.
Sucker for a punch, huh?
Happy to oblige. May I present? How dare you! Bring it!
Time to go.
Happy to oblige. Hear the echoes of the valley. The show begins. Let my name echo in song.
Completed strategy.
I guess I'll have to take your word on that one. You don't know that I can agree.
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
Been pretty well so far. Yeah, it's been good. Rather chill. But that's always a little bit nice when you have kind of a more relaxing day, I feel like. Not too much going on. This is certainly an interesting cave we've stumbled upon.
Bring it. May I present?
Not really. I mean, like, I've probably watched, like, something that could be considered horror, but I never really have sought anything out.
I told you today's our lucky day.
Whoa.
Great names echo. Oh, brilliant! Check this out. Best of luck.
What a pain. Hear the echoes of the valley.
Shower me with the...
Who says there aren't benefits to it?
Ah.
certainly seem to have stumbled upon a fun little area hiding back here in this cave. That looks like a proper puzzle. We're gonna need someone with
I'll
Dendro,
lead the
I
way.
think. Or an archer. Or both. Oh. Secret tunnel. That's fun. Okay. We'll come back to that. Because I also see this area. Which maybe we can't get to yet. Don't really know how, considering that's just currently locked. So we're gonna need somebody else for that, I think. But we can go this way. See what we can find.
Time to go to work.
The show begins! Let the world collide!
And shroud! Now you're testing my patience.
Catch an epic wave! Bring it! Let the mountain's veins boil!
Currently just this and then also Honkai Star Rail. Those are my two that I play on stream.
Splendid! More interesting trinkets for me.
That was
I'll go for a good romance every once in a while, I'll admit, but not as often. I'm probably more likely to go for adventure. Thank you. That tends to be my preferred genre, actually. Ah, that's how we unlock this. Okay.
Why is there a chest here? Keep up.
Oh, I hate when they do that. Just secretly acquire enemies.
Can't see?
Rude.
I'll uproot you! Time to pull some...
Oh no, I dropped it! Quick, pick it up! Hope I didn't just jinx us.
Mualani. This is certainly an interesting area we found. Oh, we seem to be sort of back to the center. Curious.
Need a surfboard?
No worries.
Off we go.
Thanks for the follow, I appreciate it.
Need a surfboard? Let's ride!
Oh. Okay, this feels
Need a surfboard?
a little bit interesting. Really? Okay, so we need to collect apparently enough of these that we don't run out of time somehow. Okay, is there anything up here, or have I gone too far? Oh, I think I went too far. All right. Huh. This should be fun. It's always a little bit interesting whenever we find a new puzzle that I've not seen before. This is definitely that.
Bring it.
Okay, so we'll make the circle. Then I think we need to go up. No worries, I've actually got to get going here pretty soon, but I'm going to try and get through this in particular, so. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Oh, we need to get up, like, a lot more. I think this way is the way to go. Oh, we ran out of...
The flames have gone out.
How unfortunate.
Need a surfboard? Let's ride! Surf's up!
Do I have to, like, defeat these guys? It seems like it.
That in the butt.
Okay, maybe. Either way, I gotta get out of here. Should be something around here. Down at the bottom, I think there was one up flying. This is our last one, I do believe. Yes! Okay, back to the gate. Success! That is a nice
What a
chest.
pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy.
Alrighty, well, like I said, I do gotta get going here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. If you're interested, my next stream, you can catch me tomorrow at 11 a.m. EST. Otherwise, beyond that, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 p.m. EST. So you can catch me there if you're interested. And I also do post updates and announcements on my Discord, which you can find the link to in my bio. So, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a super awesome afternoon, evening, or morning, whatever time it is for you. Have a good one.